You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. We start tonight off in the national light, where the Taliban took control of Afghanistan, as just 2 weeks remained until the U.S. was set to complete its troop withdrawal from the two-decade war. The militant group previously held control of the country in the late 90s, until a U.S.-led invasion ousted the insurgents from power. In the past few days, the Taliban made its way across the country, and the Western-backed government that's run the nation for the past 20 years has collapsed. Now, Afghans fearing for the future have raced to the airport in the capital of Kabul. Videos of the chaos have been emerging on social media, showing several of the thousands that stormed the tarmac, clinging to a military jet as it took off, and falling to their deaths, leaving a total of 7 dead. Meanwhile, the president of Afghanistan fled the country, and his whereabouts remain unclear. President Joe Biden addressed our nation around 4 this afternoon, stating that he stood, quote, squarely behind his decision to withdraw, and that he would rather take criticism over the fallout in Afghanistan than leave the decision to another president. The Wyln administration announced 2 initiatives that direct vaccine providers to support COVID vaccinations and a partnership for COVID testing at schools. Our Philip Kaufman has more.
Acting Secretary of Health Allison Beam and Secretary of Education Noah Ortega announced 2 new initiatives beginning today.
We know that the COVID-19 vaccination provides the best protection against the virus. That's why I signed an order directing vaccine providers to coordinate vaccine clinics with K-12 schools and institutions of higher education.
Additionally, both Pennsylvania Departments of Health and Education today announced a partnership with Concentric by Ginkgo Bioworks in order to provide free COVID-19 testing in K-12 schools across the Commonwealth.
To supplement vaccinations, we're introducing a no-cost voluntary testing program for all K-12 schools outside of Philadelphia County because they receive separate funding to enable voluntary COVID-19 testing to help keep kids in classrooms and COVID out.
Concentric by Ginkgo operates statewide programs in Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Arizona, North Carolina, and other states. The program has already been piloted in the state and is immediately accepting signups from schools and districts.
Ginkgo's program starts with a foundation of pooled testing, which combines nasal swab samples from a classroom or group and runs them as a single test to determine the presence of COVID-19. Across the country, this methodology has been used in schools as a simple and scalable way to easily test many people at once, while minimizing resource strain on classroom teachers or school administrators.
The United States Department of Education recommends schools use the We Can Do This on-site vaccination clinic toolkit for help working directly with vaccine providers to set up vaccination clinics.
As communities across the Commonwealth prepare for a new school year, we must continue to work together to maintain healthy and safe conditions for our students, our teachers, and our school staff now and into the future as required.
For the latest information for individuals, families, businesses, and schools, visit Responding to COVID-19 on pa.gov.
Continued provision of face-to-face learning is dependent on our ability to be able to do so, to engage in the recommendations and opportunities that are being put forth by our partners at Ginkgo, the Department of Health, and the Department of Education as well, to ensure safe learning environments for all those individuals I named before.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. Police in Wilkes-Barre Township are asking for the public's help identifying a man who held up a Motel 6 over the weekend. According to the department's Facebook page, the unidentified man pictured here entered the Motel 6 around 3:45 Saturday morning and pointed a gun at the clerk. The suspect then demanded cash and stole the victim's cell phone before fleeing up the hill to the area of the Hampton Inn, where he fled in a black vehicle. Anyone with information on the suspect or the robbery is being asked to call the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department at 570-760-0245 or by messaging their Facebook page. All information given will be kept confidential. Staying in Wilkes-Barre Township, police are also searching for a vehicle that may be involved in an incident where 2 gunshots hit another car. Police were called to Charles Street around 9 Saturday night, where a resident reported hearing 2 gunshots fired in the area. During law enforcement's investigation, it revealed that 2 gunshots had indeed hit a white Acura parked near Vino's Deli. Police are asking for the public's help identifying the vehicle and the occupants that may be involved in this incident. So, anyone with information is again being asked to call the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department at 570-760-0245 or by messaging their Facebook page. The Pittston City Police Department's ongoing effort ahead of several major events they're calling Operation Rotten Tomato led to a drug arrest on Friday. According to the department's Facebook page, 36-year-old Martin Williams was arrested by their Special Investigations Unit and the Luzerne County Drug Task Force on multiple counts of felony delivery of a controlled substance. Police say undercover officers purchased illegal substances from Williams on multiple occasions, and search warrants were obtained for both his residence and vehicle. Williams was arrested, arraigned, and taken to Luzerne County Prison on $100,000 cash bail. His property was also deemed unfit for habitation and condemned after several safety violations by the City of Pittston Code Enforcement Division. The obligation to attend Mass on Sundays and holy days was reinstated Sunday in the Diocese of Scranton. However, with the Delta variant in mind and COVID cases on the climb, the diocese strongly encourages worshipers to mask up. Bishop Joseph Bambera is now encouraging the faithful to wear a mask at church as Lackawanna County reaches substantial community transmission of COVID-19. The mask recommendation applies to churchgoers, regardless of their vaccination status. Those who are legitimately excused from Sunday Mass and holy days are encouraged to spend time in prayer and watch televised or live stream masses. Coming up on Wyln News, PennDOT's looking for winter hires. Plus, who's Marty talking sports with this week? But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Liz. I'm 5 years old, and it's gonna rain out. Bye.
We want your child to be our Wyln Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Buick GMC. If you're in the market for the truck, you better hurry up. They're selling like hotcakes. We have this one here.
That one's sold.
Okay. Or if you're looking for a sport utility, we have a huge selection of GMC, Buick Encore GXs, Buick Enclaves.
That one sold too.
So don't forget, if you're in the market for a Buick or GMC, come on down to Blaze Alexander Buick GMC in Greater Houston and find out where we take the deals the other guys won't.
PennDOT's hosting an open house hiring event tomorrow, August 17th, for all 6 counties. From 9 a.m. to noon, PennDOT will be open at their District 4 office in Dunmore, as well as their offices in Lackawanna, Luzerne, Pike, Susquehanna, Wayne, and Wyoming counties, to help candidates complete applications for available positions. This includes transportation equipment and CDL operator, diesel and construction equipment mechanic, auto mechanic, semi-skilled laborer, tradesman helper, radio dispatcher, custodial worker, and stock clerk. Those who are unable to attend can apply for winter jobs at employment.pa.gov or call 570-963-4730 for assistance. Wyln has teamed up with Mohegan Sun Arena to give one lucky winner 4 tickets to the opening night of Disney on Ice, Mickey's Search Party. The show takes place at 7 p.m. this Thursday, August 19th. To enter, like our post on Facebook and comment with your favorite Disney character. Then, like our Wyln page and the Mohegan Sun Arena page. The winner will be announced at noon this Wednesday, August 18th on our Facebook page. Tickets will be available at will call before the show, and no purchase is necessary, so good luck. The contest is not affiliated with Facebook, Disney on Ice, the Walt Disney Company, or related entities. Wyln's all-time OT hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. Joe Flanagan's back this week to talk college football, so let's talk sports. Here's part 1.
Let's start talking about the 2 fan favorites locally, Penn State, Notre Dame. Let's start with the Nittany Lions. I'm really curious to see if Coach Franklin's gotten this offense to meet up with the defense. It seems like the last several years, the defense has been carrying Penn State. They had questions last year at quarterback. Do you foresee Penn State finally getting that offense maybe somewhat to the same level as their defense?
Well, you know, one of the things, just reading and doing some research on them, their quarterback depth is a real problem. You know, 1 or 2 of their quarterbacks transferred, had some graduation. So, and the other thing that you know, it's very strange to say at Penn State, their O-line wasn't good pass blocking, decent run blocking, but I think they need to get that O-line straightened out. And is Sean Clifford your guy? Is he? Right. You know, he has that build. Is he the guy that you want to be your quarterback? And you said, Marty, going over their schedule. You're going to find out quickly. They're away at Wisconsin the first week of the season.
We're going to find out quick about both of those teams. Their third week, credit them. They don't normally schedule out a conference with some juggernauts. Auburn, they're not ranked in the coaches poll, but they're an SEC team. They're going to be a tough out for them when they come to Happy Valley. Then they get back into the Big Ten schedule and a key stretch in October. We don't know what Indiana is going to be like. They had a great year last year. Can they continue that this year? Then they go to Iowa, which is not an easy task, and Penn State's had some struggles going there. A week off, then Illinois, and then the big game at Ohio State.
Real interesting, Marty. Yeah, you're right. That stretch is going to be crucial. They did squeeze a bye in there after Iowa, though. So going into that Illinois, Ohio State week, there is a bye. You know, the game that, if you look at their schedule, that Ball State game, who was one of the better teams in the MAC, you know, in between 2 big games, that's one of those, you know, if you know, what, depending on what happens at Wisconsin, that could be a trap game either way. If you play really well, you don't play very well. That's a tough one. I don't like that game. And again, you said the Ohio State game. You know, that's really going to be the make or break game of their season, October 30th in Columbus.
Coming up on Hazelton's News Choice, the Rotary Wine and Beer Fest is back, baby, and we've got the details in Community and You. Plus, who's leading the way this week? Stay with us and find out.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Soar to new heights. Experience your favorite Disney stories in new ways. Get closer to the magic than ever before at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Coming to Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza August 19th through 22nd. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details and get your tickets today.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. We are joined by Scott Sacco, about to talk about an event that's coming our way. So, Scott, why don't we talk about this? It was an annual event. It had a little bit of a pause, but it's coming back on. Let's talk about the beer and wine that's coming to us.
So each year we have the Rotary Wine and Beer Festival. Of course, last year, due to COVID, it was canceled among everything else. So this year it's back. We're hoping bigger than ever. We actually moved to a new location. Everybody knows usually it was at the Babe Ruth Field, the Hazel Township Babe Ruth Field. We were running out of room because the event has grown into such a big and large event, which is what we want. Want to showcase our community and show what we can do. So we actually moved it this year to the Louis Shivo City View Park. So everyone knows that's up on Poplar Street. That's where the firework display is for Hazelton every year. Usually a big turnout. It's a much larger area to do the event. They installed new pavilions and a new stage, and there's a dance floor. So it's a rain or shine event. It's going to be on Saturday, August 28th. We extended the hours this year. We really listened to everybody, and everyone said they want it a little bit longer. It was always from 12 to 6. This year we extended it to 12 to 8. And we really listened to everybody. Some people are getting out of work. They want to come later. A lot of the food vendors, you're missing that dinner time rush. So it's a nice event, and it's going to be the entire day.
And for folks who don't know, maybe people who haven't been there before, just hearing about it, tell us what can they expect? What kind of things happen at the Beer and Wine Fest that they can find? Pretty much what it is we have the wineries that if you ever have gone to a winery and have done a sample, they give you samples. So you come in, they have samples of the wineries and then also the breweries. And there's different breweries and different wineries from around our area. And it's pretty much sample, and it's all you could drink, pretty much, to a limit. But we're going to have a bunch of different wineries, a bunch of different breweries. It's a really nice day. We have over 25 craft vendors. Oh, wow. We have over 15 food vendors, so we have all different food trucks. It's an event for, believe it or not, the whole family can actually come to it. Now, obviously, you need to be 21 to drink, but we have different price ranges for tickets. So children under the age of 12 are free to get in with their parents. And then they could go around to, if they want to go to the food vendors or go to the craft vendors, they can do that. Anyone who is going to drink, the price is, it's actually $20 now in advance. Oh, wow. It's $25 at the door. So
We're trying to tell everyone, get out, we get these tickets. I actually brought one of the tickets here with me. So we're selling these at a bunch of different businesses throughout. Our chiropractic office has them. I know a lot of other businesses that are Rotary members have them, but an easier way is to go onto TicketLeap, and ticketleap.com, type in Rotary Beer and Wine Festival, and it'll pop right up. Or just click on our Facebook page, and it'll take you right to it to purchase tickets. The other one that we have is a designated driver ticket, which is only $5 to get in, or the ages of 13 to 20, who obviously cannot drink, it's $5 to get a ticket and to get into the festival.
Nice. And so, as always, it's been a little bit different. There was a break, and so this year, addressing the big, pandemic that happened, are there anything that people need to keep in mind with coming, anything that they need to just watch out for or think of ahead of time before they get there?
So we are following all the CDC guidelines. If you're not vaccinated, they ask you to wear a mask. Now, it is outdoors, so there's going to be room to spread out, obviously to your comfort level. If there's an area that's more crowded and if you want to go around it, and everyone to try to keep their 6 feet as best as they can. But, the regulations now are laxed a little bit more, so it's up to your comfort level. If you feel uncomfortable in an area, you're going to move to an area where there might be less people. But we have all of the vendors spread out. It's not just going to be a beer tent and a wine tent. The wineries and the breweries are going to be spread out throughout around the pavilions.
Nice.
We're going to have them on the outside of the pavilions. There's 4 different pavilions. So we're going to have everything spread out so there's not a crowd gathering at one area. And because it's a rain or shine event, if it would be raining on the day, they'll be under the pavilions then. But right now we have all the tables and chairs under the pavilions, so people will have places to sit.
Yeah.
If you want to get your food, if you get your drink, you can then go under. But anything that's there, from the crafts to the food vendors to the beer and wine, you can purchase. It's just like a tasting. You go to a winery, if you like the wine, you could buy a bottle of wine. What Rotary does is we have a tent actually where if you purchase wine, they'll actually tag it with your name on it. A Rotary member will come over, take that wine and put it in our hospitality tent. So on your way out, we'll have a box ready for you with your name, and you can take it as you go. So you don't have to carry around your items the whole day throughout the festival.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it with your hands being empty.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, and one last time for those in the viewing audience, that contact info if they're interested in getting the tickets ahead of time.
So it's TicketLeap. You just search the Rotary Wine and Beer Festival on TicketLeap. That'll take you right to it. You can go to our Facebook page. The Facebook page is probably the easiest. Just search Rotary, Hazelton Rotary on our Facebook page. Click the link. It takes you right there. It is simple. It's easy. And right now, the tickets up until the 27th, so the day before, are $20 in advance, but $25 at the door.
All right. Okay. All right, folks. Check out the Beer and Wine Festival the Rotary is holding coming up at City View Park. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Community and You on WYLN.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Mazda, Greater Hazelton. Come check this out. It's the season of discovery. 2021 Mazda CX-30s, got them. 2021 Mazda CX-5s, got them too. 2021 Mazda CX-9, got them. 2021 Mazda CX-30 for 0.9% for 63 months. 2021 Mazda CX-5, 0.9% financing for 63 months. Blaze Alexander Mazda Greater Hazelton has inventory. Check them out at blazemazdahazelton.com.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
Soar to new heights. Experience your favorite Disney stories in new ways. Get closer to the magic than ever before at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Coming to Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza August 19th through 22nd. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details and get your tickets today.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Mary Malone's leading the way again to kick off this week's series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA toward a better future. This week, we're joined by the woman who runs the show for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, Mary Malone. How are you, Mary?
Good. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Of course. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us about growing up, what you did as a kid, what your aspirations were.
So, as I always say, I'm a Jersey girl, born and bred in the Northeast in New Jersey. Had a great idyllic growing up there. I'm the youngest of four, so my siblings would tell you spoiled rotten. I was your quintessential tomboy if there was a tree or a dare, anything like that. Played a lot of sports. I guess probably I was the first beneficiary of Title IX as far as going through. So played basketball, ran track, and played soccer all through high school. Graduated, went to York College, a small private school. That was my introduction to Pennsylvania. And so really moved to Hazleton, I always say, for love. I got engaged to my husband, Sean. And when I accepted the ring, I accepted a new hometown. So I've been here since 1991.
Check back tomorrow night as Mary continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment. Good night. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.